Good morning, greetings, salutations, good day, good week. I'm going to tell you, first of all, if you're missing your lesson this week at the Weatherford Music Academy, you're missing 50s and 60s week, and I'm going to show you. Here, I'm trying to get a view of the hallways. We've decorated the hallways. Oh, here, that's a good one. Where you can see like all these little things you're missing. Cute, cute, cute stuff. See, it's 50s and 60s week that you're missing out. Oh, we also have to get the joke, don't we? Let me show you real quick. Up here in the lobby, it says, why couldn't the runner listen to music? Because she broke her record. That's a good one. That's some gold right there. You can use that joke with your grandparents, by the way. They will laugh. They'll bust a gut. Also here in the lobby, just to show you, some wonderful merch. Cute. In all different colors. Hey, I kind of like this one. This is kind of neat. Of course, you know I'm a pink girl. So, anyway, this week, like I said, 50s and 60s week. So we're going to go on and get started with your lesson. Now, now that we've caught up with that, I'm in the blue room today. I have to tell you, I think they're going to start painting because look, there's Post-it notes in every room. It says wallpaper. And it says room 1, 3 gallons, guitar wallpaper. So there's something going on. The other thing that's going on, very, very important, and I have to make sure I sit down so that I don't look all spazzy when I'm doing this video, which I tend to look that way anyway, as you know. So, the other thing this week that's real important that is beginning is registration for the practice challenge for the summer. So, this is the new card that you fill out each week. It's on card stock, that's why I say card. Practice challenge tracker. Now, in order to be eligible, they'll send y'all some information on this, and I'm going to misquote about half of it. I know how I go on these things because I just heard just little snippets of it, you know, listening through the wall. So, your parent does have to register you, and then they're going to do each week, they put in how much, what days you practice, how much time you practiced. You just put the X, which we did last time. If you're new to this, you're just going to put an X to keep track each day that you practice. Once you are done with that, you're going to submit it each week, and they're going to do drawings each week for some fun prizes and things like that to keep you motivated to practice. Hey, that's a win-win, I have to tell you. First of all, homework for music is different than any type of homework. Homework for music tends to be fun because you're working on a song, or you're working on playing an instrument, or you're working on your technique with your piano, or how to hold your drumsticks correctly and then tapping the rhythms correctly. Say it and play it. You may be working on memorizing lyrics to your song you're learning. Maybe you're learning a Jumpstart Mario. Or maybe you're learning Sunshine, Lollipops, and Rainbows. Or you may be learning some Lauren Daigle song. I don't know. You may be learning how to play with your saxophone. I may be working with you on the theme to Super Mario Brothers. Or you may be working on a Mozart concerto. Or you may be working on how to play the first 5 notes on your instrument. We're at all different levels in here. And whatever level you're on musically, you know what? It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Because music is a journey, just to be honest with you. And the journey doesn't have a set time frame. It doesn't. You can start music at any age of your life. You can start when you're 4 years old, like some of you are 4. You can start when you're 74. It doesn't matter. Your teacher, Miss Beth, started playing instruments at a very young age. I was pretty young when I started, and as I've talked about my personal journey. But I didn't start singing until I was 50. I didn't start playing the ukulele until I was 53. So it really just kind of matters, you know, not. Not at all. Your teacher, Miss Beth, didn't really perform music publicly until the COVID. So, hey, you just never know where music journey is going to take you, I got to tell you. But as far as our practice here and practice challenge, it's that journey that gets you there, not the destination. Oh, my goal is to... You should really set small goals throughout your musical career. I have to say, during the decades I've enjoyed music, and I'm continuing to enjoy music and performing, I set small goals, because that way I can achieve some goals and then be happy. Hey, I made that goal. Hey, I learned that song. Hey, I learned to play for Elise with my students. I did, by the way. Hey, we all learned how to play Ode to Joy on our guitar together. Hey, we did too. And we could play it at slow, medium, and some of us are still working on fast. And that's fine. You know, it's the journey getting there that makes it fun. The destination, once you get there, you go, oh, I can do it now. What's next? And that's the whole fun of music. So anyway, I just wanted to reach out to you with what's going on this week. And if you're not getting your lesson in, you're missing 50s and 60s week, which means during part of this week, your assignment, in addition to knowing that you need to be practicing and signing up for the practice challenge tracker thingy, is that you also need to listen to some music from the 50s and 1960s. There's a lot of material that you can choose from. May I mention this group, little known group that you may or may not have heard of, called The Beatles. They began during this time frame. So did Elvis Presley, hence the shirt. Lots of wonderful music was created in the 1950s and 60s that helped pave the way to music in the future and in future generations. And even today, you'll hear interviews from artists that are performing today, and they'll say they were influenced by artists, and they'll mention artists from the 1950s and 60s. My practice challenge to you, again, is to listen to some music from the 1950s and 60s. You can compare the two decades if you'd like. It was kind of a pivotal time, so depending, a lot of the music will sound kind of similar. People a lot of the time will associate with the sock hop, poodle skirts, and, penny loafers and things like that, leather jackets. That's part of the 1950s, but it's not all of what the music was in the 1950s by any stretch. The 1960s, like I mentioned, things kind of started gravitating more towards a little bit of the rock and roll more and more. Like I mentioned, the big group, the Beatles. You can listen to their music. It was very different for that time period. Still, when you listen to it today, you go, it's still music that makes you go, It was that way back then too. Very, very profound music. And when you read the lyrics sometimes to some of the songs, like Yesterday, for example, that's the song the Beatles wrote, you'll go, wow, that still is applicable today. Or Imagine, now I'm getting past the 1960s. Whoa, back up. Anyway, there are a lot of other artists, of course, that you can listen to. I wrote down a ton of them. I may send you a picture of that too to give you some suggestions of some artists to listen to. Happy practicing.